This video will be a tour of my Minecraft world that I mainly play on. Now, if you've been following along with my Minecraft Let's Play series, where I'm stuck on an island, you know I like to build bases that are kind of underground. Well, this is my main Minecraft world I've been playing on for the past 3 years. And right here is my resin farm. That's where we are starting with. And I have a command block. If I'm just gonna be honest, I have a command block that says when it's night and day. That's like the only. I think that's the only command block I have. It's on right down there. Anyway, let's get right into the tour. And that I know that it looks like a penis, but it's not. It's a farm I never ended up building. But let's start right here. The entrance to my subway system. You go all the way through here. And here is my world. Now, you can kind of see it on my map of what it looks like a bit, but doesn't really do it justice. So let's go to my floating island where I have my house and show you. This is the map of my world. Now, oh, this is outdated. I still have the Christmas stuff on here. And there's a bunch of snow that I placed down that it's so big that I have not been in the chunks to load it back in. That it's that huge of where I have the area. So let's start around somewhere right here where the church is. Used to be a little tiny island on a river. Or in the middle of a river. I built a treehouse there. That was my first house. I tore it down and then decided to build another house. This house right here. Also, why do I have an azalea tree there? I have no clue. But yeah, that was my second house. And then I decided to build a floating house. But let's go section by section first, because this is going to get confusing if I don't. So this is the villager office building. This is... I can't remember. This is one of the oldest buildings in my Minecraft world. You can tell by the fact that it's a very basic design. And that it's made out of jungle wood, because this I built during the time where I made everything out of jungle wood for some reason. Villager breeding and mending. Protection 4. But yeah, this is where I have all my villagers, and it goes up for a bit, and the water columns are here so that I can easily transport them. I've actually thought about for a while about removing them and putting more villagers here, because after I bring them up to another floor, I don't really need them. But, yeah, I have a lot of villagers to the point where iron golems spawn a lot, and I don't even use a lot of these parts, so, like, a creeper was here once, and, because I just never use these parts, I never fixed that. But anyway, eventually I added a basement. And here is said basement. Now, in the basement, a lot of stuff goes on. What originally... I had a stoner. This is where I just keep a bunch of stone. If it'll load. But, originally, there was a bunch of chests in here, but I didn't use the vast majority of them, so I all got rid of them. Plus, they caused a bunch of lag. We're gonna be here for a while. This is a usual occurrence in this world. Let's try and get away. Or actually, let's just continue. Finally, jeez. Yeah, I just have my stone there from mining that I then trade to the villagers to get emeralds. Right here I have my chicken, automatically gets eggs, and then this comes from the mine, so that I could just have stuff go from the mine to here. And then, yeah, and then the light is there to tell when stuff is still being dispensed. Oh yeah, that's right, there's some stone in here. Can't remember if I ever sent it back, so let's just double check it. But down here is the farm, and this wasn't my... Oh, God, there's some missing. I forgot about that. How did I forget? Oops. But, this is my farm currently. It's not my original farm. My original farm was a lot bigger. Like, huge. And it was on the surface. When I say huge, I mean I had like 25 by 25 block areas for each crops. It took up a lot of space, and I had it where now is a forest behind the villager office building. When we get back up to the surface, so I'll show you. Uh, but it was a huge area, and I did not need that much, so I just tore it all down and downgraded it to here, a semi-automatic farm. Because like this, I can press a button and it'll all fall. This automatically collects it and breaks it and puts it in here. I initially had a different design for it, so like that's why the chest is there, and the different design was pretty bad. This design is much better. The original design, I had it flow through the water to then get into the chest, but that caused a lot of sugarcane to be stuck on the grass there, and a lot of it to be lost to despawn. But I eventually upgraded it so that instead it's a hopper minecart, because hopper minecarts can go through, or can collect items through blocks. Infinite water source, nether wart, potatoes, glowberries, carrots, cocoa beans, beetroots, pumpkins, bamboo, sweet berries. Huh, never put cacti. Thought I did. Oh well, this is still a work in progress, just like a bunch of other stuff in my Minecraft world. And if you can't tell, a lot of... And also this I added much later, a automatic wool collector. But, oh, I almost forgot. So, you might be wondering why there's this weird mass here. It was because originally when I had the farm on the surface, I had a chest next to it that would go through a hopper and then go into this chest. With the farm no longer being up there, I didn't need that up there, and I just kept this little weird chunk here because I don't know. And this right here, I don't know why I had the chunk here either. But I kept both, and this one I have here for a very specific reason now. It used to be a little bit smaller, but I moved it a bit. Because it's a secret entrance right here. It works by using a skulk thing, a skulk sensor, so that when I take off my... Oh, calibrated skulk sensor, so that when I take off my armor, it'll do that. But it's my secret laboratory down here. This is... I'm not that good of a builder to come up with this on my own. I googled Minecraft Lab, and then it came up with a design very, very similar to this. I changed a few things. Like, this was a hallway right here, and I didn't do a hallway because, it would approach on my mine. My first mine, actually. Which, like, it's kind of pointless to have my first mine. I could have just expanded it to be a hallway, but I decided not to. But, also, these were beacons. I decided that was way too expensive, and these used to be sea lanterns. And I did redstone lamps because of this. So that it can turn off. And then the lava also turns off too. Now I had to look up actually how to make it that the lava... I had to make it that it was a button, but that also... It's kind of hard to explain. It was a lot. It was pretty complex. But if you want to do a mechanism where it causes the... Like, you press the button and it turns it on. Press the button, it turns it off. I'll show you. I just gotta get through here. Something like this. Where the button is connected to here, and the redstone. You can just look it up yourself because I don't really know how to explain it. But one thing I will say is that the rooms that I built, these were like these I didn't find a design for online. Also, why isn't that one working? Oh, never mind. Just took a while to load. But like this, I took my own design inspiration from the center room here. And I'm proud of this. I like it. Because it's very similar to the design I googled off Google, but it's my own design as well too. I like it. I'm proud of it. And yes, I have Education Edition activated in the Survivor world. And then this room is just empty. I don't know what to do with this. But this is my laboratory. And then this right here is Site M1. I still haven't completed it. Basically, there's an SCP. I think it's 4335, if I'm not mistaken. But it's an entity trapped within a Minecraft world, and so I wanted to create a replica of the site that it's trapped in, aka Site M1. Still haven't completed it. Plus, it won't be a complete replication because the staircase is a 3 wide staircase. Well, this is 4, but like I could fix that. It won't be even, but I could fix it. And so now let's leave. But so behind the villager office building, where a bunch of these trees are, you can kind of tell because I kind of sectioned it off a bit. I regret doing that. Kind of looks like a loading chunk error. But like, yeah, there used to be the farm here. Also, this I built much later, and this extra wall here, I built much later too. I was expanding the wall, and I still haven't completed that. This world, like I said, is full of unfinished projects. Anyway, most of my projects in this world have just been me flattening out land. But right here, well, actually, let's do the old mine first, and the church. So this is the old mine. It just goes down to bedrock. That's it. And the new mine connects to this building right here. And I took inspiration from there's this mine in northeastern Minnesota in the town of Ely called the Soudan Mine. Not spelled as the same as the country. It's spelled Soudan, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Holy crap, how did I accidentally use 3? But this is the new mine. Post office, still haven't completed that. Villager office, that's the one I showed you. But like, it's kind of has everything transporting. Nether mine. Yeah, we'll show the nether later in this video. But yeah, like this is the mine, switches a bunch of tracks, goes down. And I actually have an entire track that goes all the way to my trail, or to a trail ruin I excavated, which is like 1,000 blocks away. It took a while excavating, and I still haven't placed all the tracks down for it. Like I said, this world is filled with unfinished projects. Anyway, eventually, my floating island I decided to build when I wanted to build a new house. And, uh, so I thought, you know what would be cool? A floating island. And so I built it. And this house is not original. I saw a video on YouTube where someone built a cool Minecraft house, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna build that. And so this is that house. And then this is my storage house. This is fully original of mine. I don't. It's not very good in my opinion. I try to take inspiration from this, but I'm not a good builder. And then there's a basement that I added eventually. By the way, this entire floating island is hollow, so I could just add a bunch of stuff into it without having to worry about it. And I didn't finish the floating island for like 2 years. Or a year after I started it, maybe. Because I was just lazy and it was tedious. So for like over a year, there was just a gaping hole in the side of the... Oh my god, with these damn glitches. There was like a big old hole in the side of the island. Anywho, next section. Oh yeah, I didn't even go with the church. Yeah. The church is, I remember seeing this Minecraft build video years ago on how to upgrade a Minecraft church. And it's always stuck in my head, and so this is that design from the video. If you can't tell, I take a lot of inspiration from YouTube videos. But like, I just thought it was a really cool design, and I've thought it like that for years. And so this, I decided to build this here. Anywho, let's do the houses. So this, is, oh my god, that's where it came from. There was a grass block over here that an Enderman placed or something, and I was like, how did that get here? But, I know now. Anyway, let's go put that back in. Oops. But this house right here was a house one of my friends built, because I was like, let's try and build a house in a section here. He built that, I built... Oh god, why did I place so much trees close together? I have no clue. But I built this one, which was used as an underground laboratory entrance, and so that's why it's so bland. You know what happened to the underground laboratory? I demolished it. It's like there's still a cavern here. Holy, oh, zombie. Still a bunch of the stone bricks and a lot of the stuff, but I tore out all the redstone, all the... Oh no, I guess I didn't tear out all the lamps. But this is a shell of its former self. This was the... I didn't tear out all the redstone, because this was all for the beacon. To control the lighting. But when I decided to, when I got 4 beacons instead of just 1, that's when I was like, yeah, I don't use this. I never finished it. I'll just axe it. Along with the rest of the lab. And the new lab is the one I already showed you. And, So like I said, my second house was this one. And this is the first area, and yeah, there is a couple of stripped stuff that I never bothered to fix. But this was my second house. Uh, I built it. I'm proud of it. I like it. I really do like this. Uh, and um, yeah, I do like it. I just never. Why did I give this up? It was a great house. It's still here, at least. God, what is with these Endermen? And then I eventually expanded it over here, and this is a complete duplicate of the other house, except for the fact that it has a turret up here, which I like. Wow, I have not been up on this turret for a long time. Jeez. Wow. Because the last time I was up on this turret was when the world was completely different. A lot of the buildings that you see weren't even here. And then you also probably notice there's a basement. Oh my god, Mojang! It keeps doing that glitch now. It's... There's a glitch. There's a glitch where it's like... blocks that you broke would come back. This is worse, because now you go back to the place you were before. Anyway, this is a basement area. I had storage stuff here. Oh yeah, that's right, I covered that up. A lot of this I just, because I don't use it, I just decided to cover it up poorly. This is part of where the lab is. And there was another lab. This was the new lab is like around here, and there was another lab, the first lab, in the basement of this basement that you had to use a bookshelf to get behind. So yeah. And this is the house from the Minecraft guide book. And same friend who built that house over there. It's his. There's a sniffer in here. An axolotl. I really like this house, if I'm gonna be honest. It's a really cool one. And then he had an aquarium by here for his axolotl, his dog. And then the upstairs. Man, this is kind of giving me nostalgia a bit, looking at some of these builds that I haven't even given a thought in like 2 years. And here's his house. And then this is the house that I started building that I was going to build as my replacement house from the floating island. And then I just decided to not live in it. I do like it though. It's a nice one. It is very bland because I had a mod pack with it that no longer works. So this used to be much less bland. And here actually had a car. I had a car mod. And this house right here was another house from a Minecraft build. I decided to build it because it looked cool, and now I'm thinking, why did I build this? It's way too big, and it took a lot of time to build. Oh, creeper. No, 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 no. Okay, good. But yeah, this, never used it. And so my friend and I agreed. Like, I haven't played on this world with that friend for a while. We just haven't really played on it. But we decided that this would be the town hall. So it's the town hall. And this right here was a house, another house I was going to build to possibly live in. I just It was inspired by another house that I built in a previous Minecraft world, but I just decided to not build it. Man, this world is filled with too many unfinished projects. And then the igloo. It's a Minecraft igloo with a secret underground. And I built this for like I usually build like winter decorations for winter. Uh, and so for this year I built an igloo in the basement too. And I've kept it because like I can't get rid of the basement. And then I built another basement inspired from a video I saw on YouTube. And by the way, all of this like flattening out this is a 250 by 250 block area. I dug it out and flattened it all out by hand over the course of 3 years. Uh, oops, skeleton. Now let's go over the next section. But first, I'm actually going to put the maps away. I think I'm too ambitious in this world sometimes because I start so many projects and I never finish them. That was a weird glitch. But I also probably should explain. That was an iron golem farm that I started but never finished. Um, there's still some villagers there. But let's go with this section next. So this is a museum that I started but never finished. That's my catchphrase. I started it but I never finished it. And I still have a bunch of stuff here to finish it. I need to, and I will someday. Oh my god! I'm sick of that glitch. What the hell? And this is a school area. This is a school that I still need to finish too. And right here I had the school playground, but it was literally just iron bars. That was it. And this sign here says for sale because I don't know what to put here, and I just marked out an area. 8675309. Hopefully I'm not the only one who gets that. So let's head over to here. This is a fountain, and I had the fountain over where part of the museum is. But it was blocked by the floating island, so I moved it over here. And the reason why is because it can shoot fireworks. I don't think I have any fireworks in there. Do I? No, I don't. And then here's the fireworks store. I have all of the fireworks stars, and I came here because, oh shoot, there's not paper in here. Well, we're gonna have to make a pit stop back at the farm then. But now we're inside the clock tower, where I have my creeper farm. Right here. And I could also do it so that it could shoot records, or shoot to collect records, because here's my record store. And I just want to go close the door over here. Anywho, so in my record store, I have a bunch of records, obviously. I'm a vinyl connoisseur myself, so I had to build a record store. It's a bunch of open space. I shouldn't have built it this big. If it's just going to display this and then say the price is here, I should have made it a little smaller. Like, my personal favorite record store is really tiny. It's about the size of my room twice. Like, you take two of my room, or take my room, copy it, and then put them next to each other, tear down the wall, and that's about the size of my favorite record store. So it's a pretty small record store. And here's the post office that I've never finished. Uh, anyway, let's go over to the farm because I need more paper. If you can't tell, this is a very industrialized world where everything's efficient, everything is I don't know, everything's efficient there. Let's just put it at that. Anyway, I'm gonna craft some more paper then and get some more gunpowder from the record store. Or the fireworks store. So a lot of my stuff I built um out of stone bricks. God damn it. God, just let me go in. What the hell is up with this? But a lot of the stuff I built out of stone bricks because that was cheap, and then I started doing deep slate, which I really like too. Um, but anyway, here is one of my favorites. This is a home renovation store. I don't know, kind of like a Lowe's or a Menards or a Home Depot. Because this is where I keep all my building supplies. I always know there'll be a stone cutter here because a lot of the time I have stone cutters everywhere to the point where I don't even know where they are. Uh, but I have every single type of building material on display so that I could know what it looks like and if I want to use it in my Minecraft build. This is one of my personal favorite Minecraft builds because I just love it. And then I have all the supplies in here. I need more pale oak. Oh no, resin. All the resin is going towards my current build that I've been working on, but I'll probably never finish. I hope I do finish it. I really like it, which is that orange one that you can see over there, which we'll get to after we look at. Well, we'll get to this section there after we look at the apartment building. Now this is the apartment building I haven't finished either. That's my catchphrase. Haven't finished it. Now I have two cats here because I accidentally bred a couple of cats and I didn't know where to put them. But it's an apartment building. All the rooms look like this. That's all you really need to know. And then this I have here for smelting glass. Yeah, I'm gonna remove that crafting table too. Now it's on to the next section. We got the bank, where I keep all of my emeralds. Now I have like a couple of emeralds in my inventory just in case, but I oftentimes don't need them anymore. But whenever I get enough emeralds, I just craft them into an emerald block and put them in here. As you can see, I have a lot of emeralds. And then I have... This was once a minecart system that connects to the next building. I'll explain it when we go over there. But now I'll probably just use this for something else. Another thing about this is also one of the earlier builds in my Minecraft world, and you can tell by the fact that I used a bunch of concrete. I used to use a lot of concrete. For some reason I stopped. I don't know why. Maybe because it looks too bland, no texture. But here's the smelting mill. And the reason why I had a trail from the smelting mill to the bank was because I had a bunch of copper that was smelting, and it would go all the way to the bank, and then I could flick a switch and it would go all the way up to here, and then eventually I realized that's way too much copper, I have no need for that. So I just stopped smelting the copper, so I never smelted it all, because I just had so much. So then I retweaked it to not go to the bank, and so yeah. Now here is what I call Bandanners, a banner shop. And yeah, that's all I need to say about it. It's a banner shop. But there's this. I wanted to create a mini game area, kind of like Stampy Longhead. Bed Wars in Sky, yeah, never. That ended up just becoming where the Iron Golem farm is, but never got built. The Iron Golem never got can't speak. The Iron Golem farm never got built. That's where I planned on having Bed Wars if I would ever do it. But this one was the only one I've ever completed in here. It's a capture the flag minigame, where you gotta capture the flag. Who would have guessed? That's what you have to do in a game called Capture the Flag. But yeah, I'm proud of it. It took me a while, but I'm proud of it. Although, it's not enough lighting. I should probably go into creative, get some light blocks and place them all over. And then this was Spleef. I never finished it, so... yeah. Anywho... next is the library. Now, the library I had actually finished. It was finished. I had done it all. But I felt it was too small and had really nothing going on, and so I decided to expand it, and I still haven't finished it, obviously. Doing all the bookshelves is costing a lot of emeralds and villager time. And then this right here is my bakery, where I keep a bunch of food. One of the few buildings I have actually done. Anyway, I'm gonna steal a cake. But, get shipments directly from the farm. And, yeah. I really like this place. It's nice, and I built it out of Prismarine because I needed a new block I haven't built something out of. And I landed on Prismarine. I regret it because it was really expensive. And then the current build I'm working on. And what the... oh my god. The current build that I'm working on. An armory. Where I have all the smithing templates, all of the stuff that goes with the smithing templates, all of the tools, all of the armors, and all of the horse armors. And here is an enchantment table, a smithing table, and another thing I also need, or two other things I also need are, I also need a grindstone to be put in here, because that'll make sense, and an anvil. So I'm actually going to craft a grindstone. Gotta think here. Think, Trevor, think. The grindstone is... Let's do that as some spare pale oak. And because I'm lazy, let's just go through here and mine some stone. There was a river here, so... How am I... Shoot, I didn't think of this. There we go. Never mind. Probably that damn glitch again. I'm just wasting a bunch of fireworks at this point. Oh wait, because I actually have a bunch of iron blocks in my ender chest. So let's go to my ender chest, because I'm too lazy to place it down. And take out 3 iron blocks. And craft. Also, if you're wondering if a creeper has ever blown up this island, surprisingly, only I think twice. Anywho, there we go. So that's the overworld pretty much, except wait, the trial chamber, oh not trial chamber, trail ruin. My excavated trail ruin. I'm really proud of that. I spent a lot of time on it, so let's go to that. And it's gonna take a while. And so we're going to use elytra throughout the tunnel because most of it isn't finished. And then take a shortcut through here. This loops around and then eventually comes back and goes through this cave. Whatever it is. Here. That's right, I had it covered up mostly. Like this, it loops around, kind of. So it's just quicker to go through here. We're gonna walk until I can... That's right, I have a minecart. So let's go. And I would just have it continuously go straight, but like there was a big old water patch like an underwater cave there, so I just went around it because I didn't want to have to deal with that. So it continues for a bit more until it eventually... You know what, I'm not going to do a tour of the end or the nether in this video because there's literally nothing there. I've barely spent any time in the nether or the end. There's a nether base, but that's about it, and that's kind of boring. There's an end base too, but that's also kind of boring, mainly because it's unfinished, like everything. So we continue for a while, and actually I had the mine go through a trial chamber at one point. And it also goes over an ancient city. Now when I say it goes through my, through a trail chamber, I mean that I just, by the way, I mined all this out by hand. When I say it goes through a trial chamber, I mean, like, it cuts right through it, and I just didn't bother. Like, I just covered it up with stone, kind of. Oops. There we go. I think you'll eventually be able to figure out where we cut through the trial chamber because, it's just stone. Like, no granite, no diorite, no andesite. There's some skulks, so I think this might be somewhere around above the ancient city. Can't remember. Trial chamber, right here. And it just cuts right through. Because you can see it kind of juts off here. Because, like, this is the trial chamber. Alright. Here is the turn. You can see the trial chamber through the glitches there now. It's taking a while. Alright, there's the incline. Thank God we're finally here. That took a while. And then I have the piece of wood there because so much mobs get through. Like, because it's a cave system underneath the trial chamber that... Or the trail ruin. That it's like a bunch of mobs just... Okay, that's not gonna work. But yeah, it's a huge cave system underneath the trail ruin. Now that did take a while, but like, so here it is, the excavated, I keep calling it a trial chamber for some reason. It's a trail ruin. Oh, that was close. I actually call it a trail city. No, 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 no. So I'm actually gonna sleep so that none of the villagers die. Because I have oh no, I think one of our guys got corrupted. Man, I'm gonna have to kill you. Sucks. Because I don't have anything to cure him. Plus, he wasn't really important. Come on! Oh wait, it's daytime, that's why. But this is the excavated trail ruin that I call a trail city. Because I found other trail ruins in the area, and I was able to create kind of blueprints of them, and then I rebuilt those here. This right here is the original trail ruin, though. This is the only original one that was here when I got here. You can tell because there's stone bricks in the path. But also because there's a lodestone right here. And I put this here when lodestones were still frickin' expensive to craft. I think that says something. I have a little sweet berry patch, a wheat farm. I kind of want to make it looking like a rural, kind of a just breaking out into society looking thing. And then here is where I have a pond. I also used it to get my mud, to get my mud bricks and stuff to build. But yeah, it's 3 different I keep calling it trial chamber for some reason. It's 3 different trail ruins that I put together to make a much better one. Trail City. Also, that dirt tower is a spider spawner that is, like, when I found it, it was nearly exposed completely. Because, like, 1 block between the surface and the spider spawner. It's useless, but I still have it marked. But one thing I like is that the trail ruin is on the edge of a cliff right here. And so when I excavated it, it was on the edge of a cliff. And I'm really proud of this. I might actually rebuild it closer to my city, though. But this is still the original. And I love it. So, guys, thanks for watching my video where I toured my Minecraft world. It was a long one because there's a lot in this world. And I didn't do the nether in the end because I'm lazy. And there's nothing there anyways. But I also have, like, the pots around here, too. Oh, I should also explain a few things. This one is the only one where I had an original design because it was kind of a caved-in little area made out of brick. I didn't know what to do for it, so I had it as different things before settling on the villager breeding room. And also, this one is the same, where I didn't really know what to do with it, so I just built it as a villager breeding room too. And this one right here had a gaping hole on the side, or from my reference, and so I just filled that in because it didn't look right. But yeah, I like a lot of it. And there's water in here because when I was building it, it was raining, so the rain filled the cauldron. But yeah, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.